Formula One is a fast-paced, action-packed sport that needs a level of driver aggression for drivers to succeed. World champion Max Verstappen's aggressive driving style has made him unbeatable on the track. Let's take a look at Max's aggressive driving style. For so long, Max Verstappen was written off as a villain. People thought of him as a wonder kid who dominated the news for all the wrong reasons. The same aggressive driving style that took Verstappen all the way to the championships in 2021 was dividing opinion on the track back in 2016. It all came to a head at the Belgian Grand Prix after a first corner collision with Kimi Räikkönen. Over the radio, Räikkönen voices his frustration, saying, "Come on, this is a freaking ridiculous now. He's just freaking turning when I'm at full speed." Former Formula One world champion Jacques Villeneuve even leveled accusations against the FIA, stating that the organization was attempting to protect Max Verstappen. Toto Wolff, the head of Mercedes, also weighed in on the matter, describing Verstappen's strategy as refreshing but risky at the same time. A similar debate raged in the lead-up to the 2021 Formula One season finale, with suggestions Verstappen was now pushing those same dangerous boundaries well beyond their limit. But Red Bull boss Christian Horner dismissed the notion that Max Verstappen needed to change his driving style ahead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He said, "Max drives in a manner that ignites passion. He has brought new fans into the sport this year, and we do not want him to change." In reality, as much as F1 has been urged to push back against Verstappen, it can't afford for him to change either. Compared to the rest of the current field of drivers, Max Verstappen takes the crown as the most aggressive driver. In past years, drivers such as Kevin Magnussen, James Hunt, Michael Schumacher, and Pastor Maldonado, to name just a few, were known for their aggressive driving style. You're enjoying this video, right? You definitely don't want to miss out on other amazing videos. So all you have to do is hit the subscription button. It's that easy. Thanks for doing that. Let's move on. Being a successful Formula One racing driver involves an exciting balance between bravery, outright driving skill, the ability to develop strategies on the spot, multitasking, ambition, and controlled aggression. Max Verstappen developed a reputation for being very aggressive in previous years. More recently, there is a belief that he has started to come down, but he is renowned as a driver who will not give an inch. Christian Horner, the principal of the Red Bull racing team, believes that Max Verstappen's aggressive driving style is the basis for the Dutchman's unprecedented level of popularity. In the course of an interview, Horner stated that the discussion surrounding the 25-year-old driver's performance was blown out of proportion by his detractors. He said Max Verstappen is an aggressive driver, and his driving style has been one of the reasons he was voted the most popular driver in Formula One. You always know he's going to give 110%. I think his driving style was very mature last season, 2021. Let's not forget that others also make mistakes. There are other drivers who also do aggressive actions. But yes, Max is an aggressive driver. It's in his DNA. He always looks for the limit and learns from his own experiences or mistakes. There is no doubt in my mind about that. The Dutchman's reputation for reckless driving has won him the affection of many, but it has also caused him to lose the respect of others. So much so that in the past, Verstappen has threatened to headbutt people when asked too many questions about his on-track incidents. Throughout the year 2021, Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton were involved in a number of significant collisions with one another. The competition between the two drivers had been fierce and fiercely competitive, with both drivers engaging in dangerous driving in Jeddah and Interlagos and crashing out at Silverstone and Monza. Because of Max's exceptional skill level, he can race at the very limit of what is permissible while still maintaining the required amount of space between cars. Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel have stated that whenever they are racing next to Max Verstappen, they always give him more space than any other driver on track because they know he will push past if they don't. The stewards cautioned him about his aggressive driving style in 2016, which was his debut season in Formula One. Ironically, Lewis Hamilton rushed to his defense, arguing that the mediators ought to show some leniency toward him because of his age. Perhaps Lewis has had second thoughts about the grace he applied to Max. After the 2021 Saudi Grand Prix, Max was awarded a 10-second penalty for pushing Lewis Hamilton off the road. He is one of the most skilled Formula One drivers in the sport's history. However, he is reputed for pushing the boundaries of sportsmanship. The steward's difficulty is deciding whether he committed an infraction or simply a daring move that may not have worked out. Martin Brundle once said, "Such is his car control and cunning, he's sometimes able to pull off the audacious moves and leave a margin of doubt as to whether it's hard racing or simply a professional foul." In a nail-biting end to the 2021 season, Max won the World Championship against Lewis Hamilton after a questionable decision made by Michael Massey, the race controller. Also in 2022, Max Verstappen dominated the F1 grid by winning a record 15 races to claim his second F1 title. Is an aggressive style of driving a bad one? A significant number of people have criticized Max Verstappen's driving style, yet Max's father Jos has come out in defense of his son and pointed out that the Red Bull driver's success to this point in his career can be attributed in large part to his aggressive driving style. Max Verstappen was being criticized for his outbursts during his DRS troubles in Barcelona, as he was heard shouting, "We can't even make the effing DRS work, unbelievable," down the team radio.
We can't even make DRS work, man, unbelievable.
His boss, Christian Horner, called it road fury, but he did remark it was understandable in light of the fact that Verstappen claimed he pressed the DRS button 50 times in a row without any success. Jos Verstappen wrote in his column on Verstappen's official website, "It was extremely hot. That makes it difficult for a driver to manage his tyres, and then Max had problems with the DRS system that didn't work." He continued, "You could clearly hear the frustration in his voice, and I could also see it in the way that he drove. Then he drives a bit more aggressively. He wants more. That style of driving has brought him a lot in the past." Ferrari driver Charles Leclerc believes he is just as aggressive as Max Verstappen during a race and that he relishes racing to the limit. In contrast to Lewis Hamilton, who competed against the Dutchman in the 2021 season and was frequently caught off guard by some of Max's movements on the track, the Monaco driver predicted most of the reigning champion strategies in the 2022 Bahrain Grand Prix. While Hamilton was critical of the Dutch champion's aggressive racing style in the 2021 title campaign, Leclerc was more relaxed and prepared than Hamilton. The Ferrari driver admitted that he enjoys racing aggressively and does not think Max Verstappen is the only aggressive driver on the grid. Leclerc said, "But anyway, it was not a problem for me. It's the type of racing I like. It is hard racing, as we have seen with Max in the past, but I'm also an aggressive driver in the way I fight with others. I enjoy hard racing like this, but fair racing. So I don't think there was anything wrong in all of those overtakes." Describing the initial duel with Verstappen at the 2022 Bahrain GP, Leclerc said, "With the first 3 overtakes, I knew he was going to try, so I wasn't surprised. I expected it, and actually, I wanted it, because I knew that if he wasn't overtaking me there, he would overtake me to the run to turn 4 with the DRS." Anticipating the Dutchman's tactics into the initial few corners, Leclerc expected a lunge at turn 4. The Monegasque, however, was prepared to counter Verstappen's moves through all 3 overtakes. Leclerc and Verstappen have often duelled in the past. Furthermore, the younger generation of drivers has also sim raced with each other, anticipating each other's driving tactics far better than the senior generation of drivers on the F1 grid. Max Verstappen's performance has improved to the point where his team principal, Christian Horner, is skeptical that any other competitor could match it, even if they were driving the same vehicle. The 25-year-old is now a 2-time world champion after winning a record-breaking 15 of the 2022 Grand Prix this year. In spite of the technical issues that forced him to withdraw from the 2 of the first 3 races, he was able to secure this year's championship with 4 races to spare. Horner said, "I think Max is operating at a level that I'm not sure anybody, the way he's driving at the moment in the same equipment, will be able to repeat what he's done this year." This year, Sergio Perez, who is on the same team as Max Verstappen, came very close to finishing in 2nd place, but he had to settle for 3rd place after finishing 3 points behind Ferrari's Charles Leclerc. Sergio Perez claimed victory in 2 of the races he competed in the 2022 season, earned the first pole position of his career, and finished on the podium 11 times. What's your thought about Max Verstappen's aggressive style of driving? Let me know in the comment section below. That will be all for today's video. Thanks for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can always get to watch more amazing videos like this. See you in the next video.